What up, peeps? It's your boy Heckin Steve. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to talk about Xbox and the recent announcement of increasing the prices for the second time in like 2 months, 3 months. Okay, so the 1 terabyte Series X is going up from $599 to $649.99, $650, man. And then the 512 Series S, the cheapest Xbox that you can get, is going to be $399. That's just absurd. And they're saying it's because of the tariffs, right? Which, fuck that whole situation to begin with. The tariffs are stupid. The worst fucking decision ever as a president right there, okay? And I'm sorry if you disagree with me, but it's fucking stupid. But they're using that as an excuse to raise the prices on stuff, and that may be true. I mean, they may need... to raise the prices to kind of offset some of that. But that's the thing is and I mentioned this recently in another video. They're like, okay, it's going to cost us $30 more to make an Xbox, but they're not going to charge us $30 more, right? They're going to bump it up $50, that way they can still make more money and cover their offsets or whatever. And when the tariff shit's over with, it's not going to come back down. It's not going to come back down. Why would it? Has anything else ever went back down? Fuck no. Fuck no, everything has went up since 2020. And it's going to continue to go up forever. To the point where you ain't going to have shit, or at least you ain't going to have a lot of shit. You're going to only have one Barbie doll instead of 20 Barbie dolls. You know what I mean? Oh, man. But let's talk about Microsoft for a second. I mean, clearly they don't really give a fuck about the Xbox brand anymore, at least not as much as they used to. Remember when the 360 was red ringing all the time? They lost millions of dollars to replace those and do right by the customers. Lost millions of dollars. And they did it because they cared about video game systems. And they cared about their consumers. Now they're like, hey man, this thing came out for $499 5 years ago. And now that bitch is $649. That's just fucking crazy. That's crazy, and it's going to change on October 3rd, right? But here's the thing, is Microsoft is the richest of the three. Of Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft is the richest. They are worth over $3 trillion. One of the richest companies in the world. But they need to raise their prices, not once, but twice. Thankfully, I have all the systems, so I don't need to buy any more of them, but it's just goddamn, Going into the holiday season, you want to jack it up on people. And not only that, but now people are going to be, holiday shopping between now and October 3rd, 2 weeks. You basically just kind of force them to buy an Xbox if that's what they're supposed to get on their Christmas shopping list this year. So it could be that too. It could just be a way to make people panic buy your system before the price goes up. This is all a bunch of bullshit, man. And I hate it. I hate it because Xbox, Microsoft, Xbox, that's my favorite of the three. So, I just hate to hear that they're raising their prices again, man. For all those people that haven't gotten to get one yet, it's going to be impossible for them, it's going to be impossible to talk somebody into that now. They're all going to go PlayStation. Which, I guess, hey, it is what it is. Nowadays, you can cross-play with almost every video game, so I guess it don't really matter. But yeah, man, I always preferred the Series X controller over the PlayStation 5 controller. So... But yeah, at least I got one, so I don't have to worry about that. But then again, they've got this Xbox ROG Ally coming out. That thing is way, way expensive. It's just ass, man. It's ass being a gamer in general right now. Nintendo, the Switch 2, code in the box. So it was a waste of time, really, when you think about it. It was a waste of time. I already redeemed this, but just in case. It was a waste of time for me to go and buy this at GameStop, I just happened to be there. That's why I picked it up. Just so I could have a case on the wall to kind of represent the game. But that's stupid. When you really think about it, it's stupid. But it is what it is. And then the game keycard thing. you know, this abomination right here, Madden 26, game key card. So, yeah, I mean, being a modern gamer right now, you know, all the pros it has, it's got a lot of cons. And then, you know, with PlayStation 5, most of the fucking games on the thing are either remakes or remasters. And then, you know, Xbox, most of those games are, you know, they're done. They're unappealing at this point. You know, they just put out Gears of War Reloaded, but that was exciting for me because I hadn't really played Gears of War before. But if you played that before, you know, like you probably downloaded it on Game Pass if you have Game Pass and played it for like 30 minutes. You're like, hell yeah, that is much better than it used to be. Okay, let's do the next thing. Systems are supposed to come down in price. The parts are supposed to become cheaper over time because the technology isn't as new as it was when it first came to the market. I know that shit has dropped. But the thing is like PlayStation and Xbox have always sold systems at a loss. So even when they marked it for $499, you're still getting more than $500 worth of hardware. But it's just $499. That was like the pocket. That was like the price pocket for a home console. And then it went up to $6, and it's like, damn, you know, like, god damn. And then, you know, Nintendo, still technically the cheapest option, unless you buy a Series X, or excuse me, a Series S for $399. But, yeah, I mean, if you're going to buy an Xbox, you got to get the Series X at this point. I mean, the Series S is great, but it was great at $300. Now that it's $400 for a 512 gigabyte hard drive, that's ass. You definitely don't want that for $400. I mean, that's all I really want to say today. It's kind of a rant. It's also like midnight, and I'm tired as fuck. I streamed like 6.5 hours today. But yeah, I just want to get this video out here, man, and let y'all know. Like, even though Xbox is my favorite one, like, that sucks. And it pisses me off that they're upping their prices. I'm just glad that I don't have to buy any more systems for this generation. And I don't even know if I'm going to participate in next gen. Because as we've seen, it's not much better. And it's not going to get much better. You know, like graphical performance and stuff like that, that's pretty much at the pinnacle that it could be. Maybe next gen will actually have 4K 60 on every game instead of like some of them playing in fidelity mode or performance mode and you got to pick. Maybe they'll fix that, but damn, that shit's gonna, like next gen, like PS6 and whatever the next Xbox is, if there is one, it's just gonna be like $1,000 for like a 512 gigabyte model. And then that's the thing too, man, like it's 2025. Like 512 gigabytes of solid state storage is absurd. Because it's not much more money to like double that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you buy a 512 gigabyte solid state hard drive, it's probably like $40. But then like a terabyte is probably like $60. Like you can catch them on sale, maybe even for less. Or $70. It's not much, you know what I mean? So, like, you gotta at least, like, at the minimum, it's gotta be a terabyte. But I would like to see next gen, you know, start with, like, 2 and 4. Like, 2 terabyte starter model, 4 terabyte. Because as big as these games are, especially, like, with Nintendo, man, you're like, yeah, we're gonna give you 256 gigabyte storage out the gate, but all the games are, like, 70 and 80 gigabytes. Who are you fucking joking? That's all I got for today. It's kind of a shitty video. It's a shitty topic. But it's a topic that I felt the need to talk about. So, yeah. Fuck you, Xbox, for raising the prices. And fuck this tariff bullshit. The prices are never coming back down. Like, this is just a way to get you to the next you're fucked level. And it's going to continue to do that. The same thing's going to happen with rent. The same thing's going to happen with fucking internet, streaming service prices, everything. It's just fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Give us everything you fucking got.